Okay, I want to finish that video up, guys. And I don't know why I'm having trouble finding. Gosh darn it. Sorry, I'm getting used to the Windows environment here. Okay, now we actually are looking for where the sine is equal to negative 0.3, where the sine of theta is equal to negative 0.3, right? Now, how do we do that on the calculator? Well, how do I do this algebraically? I have to do inverse sine of this angle, inverse sine of the sine on the left, and inverse sine of that value 0.3, negative 0.3 on the right. So I get theta equals the inverse sine of 0.3, and I get negative 17.45. Okay, let me just, negative 17, I'm going to write this to the nearest negative 17.4576, right? That's what my calculator is given to 5 decimal places. Now, as I've noted here, it's in the 4th quadrant, right? How do I get the angle that's in the 3rd quadrant? Well, also, this is not my actual answer that I want. This is the reference angle, and I've got to take the reference angle and subtract from 360, or take this and add it to 360. So if I take 360 plus the negative 17.45760, what do we get? Okay, so I'm going to add the negative 17 point something to 360, and I get 342 point something. Okay, so if I round that to 5 decimal place, 305 decimal place, 342.54239, which is 240, right? So that's my angle in the 4th quadrant. But this is really like my reference angle, right? This negative 17 number. I can use that number and add it to 180 or subtract it from 180, right? Depending on how you're looking at it. But basically, I need to add the 17.45760 to 180 to get my other answer, right? So I'm going to go back, get negative 17, and I'm going to take 180 minus that answer and get 197, 197.45760 degrees, okay? So notice our calculator actually gives us a negative answer because it's trying to give us the inverse sine values. We didn't really talk a lot about that, why the calculator is giving us a negative value, but you can see that if I were to go in the negative direction on the unit circle, which we've done before, this is negative 17 degrees here, right? We'd be at negative 17 degrees. So if you wanted to get at the answers from 0 to 360, we've got to take that 17-degree angle and subtract it from 360. Okay, that's what we did there. Now, that's enough for today on your notes and your homework. I hope you are seeing a little bit now about how the unit circle is related to these angles and the sine values, and also the graph. So in class, we're going to deal with cosine graph, but basically doing the same thing, except instead of looking for the y values of 0.3 or whatever, we're going to be looking for the x values. Okay, so you may want to try the first one at home, see how you do, and compare it to how we do in class. We're looking for where the cosine is equal to 0.8. I'm not going to grade this. I'm only going to look for the first 2 problems. Okay, we'll work on the cosine in class together.